Environmental experts have called on federal and state governments to urgently put in place effective drainage systems to tackle the risks associated with the rainy season, including flooding, landslides, erosions, and related public health hazards. Speaking during an interaction with ADBN, an environmentalist from the University of Uyo, Professor Imo Okpong, cautioned that uncontrolled rainwater can create breeding grounds for mosquitoes, escalate disease spread, and worsen water pollution, posing significant health threats.
If too much water comes down within a short period of time, it will cause flooding. It will cause flooding. And if the rain is not sufficient, it will cause drought. So it's positive. It affects farming, because if you plant too late, you will be planting right inside the rain and your crops will not do well. If you plant too early, you will plant and the rain does not come in time to nourish the crops, and that will still be a problem. So that is why farmers watch the sky. Elsewhere they listen to forecast. When the forecasters say rain is likely to fall, let's say 2 weeks time and so on, they start preparing their farms.
Also weighing in, climatologist Professor Ekanem linked Nigeria's rising rainfall intensity to its equatorial location and called for proactive disaster mitigation measures to minimize the impact of heavy rains.
We're close to the coast, we are in the equatorial environment, and those are two major factors that determine our rain. But there are other local factors, like what we call micro factors, that influence the intensity and the impact of those rainfalls. But generally, what affects us is our location. We are close to the coast, we are very close to the equator. That's why we have intense rainy season. The rainfall we have here can't be compared to any other. In fact, I can authoritatively say and give it free that we in this environment receive the highest amount of rainfall across the country when we want to compare.
Meanwhile, soil scientist Professor Trenchard Ibia urged landowners and farmers to adopt protective practices such as tree planting and improved water management on farmlands to curb soil erosion and degradation.
Which is rain and water. So as a soil scientist, we try to do protective management of the environment. We plant trees. We tell people not to cultivate on steep slopes except through certain technologies of cultivating across the slope, building bonds, building barriers, and all kinds of things, and regulating the flow of water, rainwater, into the farmland or into the environment.